In a world. No. Coming this March. No. How do I put this?
Good evening and welcome to the first night of March Madness 2024, the Year of the Glizzy. We have 16 teams to present to you this year. We would like to welcome Clark Street, Lakeview. Devil Dogs, Lakeview.
We'll speed this up in
Vienna
post.
Beef Factory Store. Super Dogs, Red Hot Ranch, Jimmy's Red Hots, Myers Hot Dogs, Wiener Circle, Texas Red Hots, Portillo's, Floating Up Chunks, Bodega Sharp, Texas Original Wolfies, Fix and Franks at Home Depot, and you guessed it, babe, the hot dog stand outside of the aquarium.
We'll slow it down in post.
Yeah, Keith, would you like to say any words about this most momentous undertaking?
Thanks, Katie. In this year's tournament, 16 hot dog teams will go head-to-head, hoping to emerge the GOAT, the greatest glizzy of all time. We will go to one location, eat a hot dog each, then head to a different location for the second half of each game. Our judges will determine a winner, and that team will progress to the next round until there is only one champion remaining. Every dog has his day, but only one can win the NCAA March Madness tournament, the Year of the Glizzy.
What else does an opening ceremony have? Oh, I have an idea. Welcome, gentlemen, to the fight of your lives. Do we need to read the rules?
No, we can do that. We can add that in post.
We'll add that in post.
Where are we going today? What's today?
Today is Flubadub Chugs.
The person speaking, turn around. The person speaking must be on camera at all times.
Correct.
Where are we going?
Game 1.
I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Flubadub Chub is hidden in a Lakeview East basement.
Does it look like I'm trying to go down a fake staircase?
No, it looks like you're going downstairs.
It's got an interesting way of crowdsourcing their wallpaper, and more importantly, it's only a 10-minute walk from my apartment.
Flubadub Chub's got a cucumber slice on it. Cucumber slice on the dog, and it's listed on the wall as an ingredient. Like, they think it's an ingredient in the Chicago-style hot dog.
They were the world champs in 2016, but will they be the world champs in 2024? That was the shot that I told you was going to be really good and you had to get it.
Wasn't this the first bust out? Didn't you have a bust out here? When the dog come out the bottom of the bun.
That shows a lack of structural integrity in the dog.
The guy gave me a free water cup. I didn't even ask. He said, you want drinks? And I said, she's gonna have a Diet Coke. And he said, you want a water cup? And I was like, hell yeah, I want a water cup. Flubadub Chubs, I think it was a good dog. It wasn't a great dog, at least the first round.
Flubadub Chub, will they catch the Flubadub Dub? On to Jim's Original.
Jim's Original claims to be the original home of the Maxwell Street Polish, the other Chicago-style hot dog.
Jimmy O's Maxwell Street Food.
Open since 1939, Jim's proves there's more than one way to Chicago a dog.
We now know this to be Maxwell style. I think a style that originated in Chicago, but it is not Chicago style. And so when we ordered 2 dogs all the way and received this, I think we were a little caught off guard.
See this, let alone document it forever.
It's got a different pepper. That's not a sports pepper. I don't know what
Right.
kind of pepper that is. But it was so spicy. I had to pull this pepper off.
We're busting out.
Yeah, on this one, Katie had a blowout. I didn't.
First bite, we're busting out.
I gotta say, I do like Maxwell style.
It definitely threw us for a loop.
Flubadub Chub, more like Flubadub Dub. Flubadub Chub wins!
Game 2.
I would like to enter into the general documentation a segment called How Do You Feel About Hot Dogs? right now? That's the name of the segment. How do you feel about hot dogs right now? I feel pretty good about hot dogs. We're gonna go eat 2 of them today. I feel excited to eat those 2. We just read a little bit about hot dogs and about Chicago hot dogs. They used to be called Depression sandwiches back in the 20s. But I feel generally pretty positive about hot dogs. How do you feel about hot dogs?
Like, I'm gonna eat these 2 hot dogs, but I can still kind of feel the, like, pig intestines from the last 2 hot dogs from yesterday. Like, they're still in there somewhere.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about hot dogs at the moment?
6.
6?
6.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How were you feeling yesterday?
Yesterday I was feeling probably 9.
You can't be going down 3 points every day, Keith.
2
It's
in a
March
row.
2nd.
But it's 2 days in a row.
Budaki's Drive-In is the platonic ideal of a hot dog spot. Great big colorful sign, nowhere to stand inside, and just dropped right in the middle of Ravenswood. I think it kind of looks like those fireworks stands they make out of old shipping containers.
I really liked this dog. It was very well packaged. All of the toppings were in the bun in a very secure and also pleasing way.
The toppings, pretty minimal.
So we didn't say Chicago style, we just said, hang on a second. We want everything on it. So if there's something strange on this, we can't fault them for that, because that's not technically how we ordered it, so let's get in here.
I didn't notice any celery salt, and I remember thinking that the flavor of this was good, but it didn't get any extra credit.
It's lighter than yesterday.
One of the best dog eating experiences, though, of the whole bracket.
We did get to eat outside at a picnic table like it was the 1950s.
Talk to us, hot dog boy.
This was an early on front runner for me.
That's tasty.
If Budaki's is the peak of a certain hot dog experience, Red Hot Ranch exemplifies another, the late night stop. Today we're here for dogs, but they also have a killer burger.
Are we feeling hot dog strong, Keith?
Red Hot Ranch. I like Red Hot Ranch. I like to eat hot dogs there. I think it had all the benefits of Budaki's, which is a good build and proportion of toppings and, you know, a bun that remained pretty dry, but it was ultimately more flavorful and it didn't have any of the occasional dry bites that you get at Budaki's.
There's very little tomato, which is a recipe for Keith Orlowski's favorite hot dog he's ever had.
I also really liked Red Hot Ranch. Best fries of the tournament so far. Really solid dog. In my opinion, just shy of Budaki's. Not a ton of tomato, which for me personally is a benefit.
What do you think?
We got a ball game.
We got a ball game?
We got a ball game.
In the end, it came down to a tiebreaker.
So we had a system in place before we started this for if we should eventually have a tie, which has happened in game 2. I want Red Hot Ranch to win on account of it being a superior hot dog, and Keith wants Budaki's Drive-In to win because we're gonna do one coin flip at the beginning, and whoever calls it and wins it is the tiebreaker for this round. And then the role of the tiebreaker will go back and forth. So like if there's another tie, if I win this and there's another tie, it's you next, back and forth ad nauseum. Are you ready?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Heads.
3, 2, 1.
Heads.
Oh!
Dang.
Heads. Let it be known that I think that that is an unjust call, and I think we will pay for that later on. Keeping this quarter, I gotta do my laundry.
Game 3.
Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to night 3 of March Madness 2024, the Year of the Glizzy. You can't tell anyone though, because this is really gonna put a damper on March Madness Year of the Glizzy if it gets out. We're sponsored by Gluten Cutter tonight.
Can you flip that around for me? No.
Oh, it was upside down.
Yeah.
We're sponsored by Gluten
There
Cutter
it is.
tonight.
Would you like a Tums? Wait, do you want 1 or 2?
I want 1,
Okay.
because I'm juicing in my own way.
I heard that.
The circle of it hit the back of my throat at the exact angle that for a second it like glided on and like cut off my air.
Byron's has all the same strengths as Budaki's, with the added benefit of being in Katie's neck of the woods in Uptown. If you don't have a car, you better hope it's a nice day.
Want to eat outside?
How do I love Byron's hot dogs? Let me count the ways.
1,
Tons of celery salt.
2,
The pickle was crisp.
3,
The hot dog itself was really fresh and really flavorful. I didn't put it down once I picked it up. I really liked it.
5,
There was a lot of tomatoes.
4,
The relish was way bluer than normal.
6,
It's close to my house.
13.
Fries pretty good.
Down the hatch.
Behind.
8.
I don't have one for 8.
I have like a smell too.
What do you think about Byron's? Keith?
Really, really good dog. Fries were phenomenal. By this point in the tournament, I am taking fries into account.
That's good.
It can complement a dog in a great way, and I think Byron's does that very well. I feel largely the same way Katie did about this place, but I think just with a little less intensity. I liked it a lot, not quite as much as she did.
First
The
impressions.
hot dog itself is really flavorful. I'm wondering if it's a different kind of hot dog. It's really good.
One of the things I liked about this place is that is 100% a hot dog stand. This is a place you go and grab a dog and head on to where you were already going. It's not a place to necessarily hang out and stay a while.
Ah, Portillo's. If you've only ever had one Chicago dog, it was probably from here. It was my first. I remember college.
Look at this fucking McDonald's, man.
You want to change your plans?
But famous doesn't always mean good. Today, Portillo's has got to play with the big dogs.
Portillo's is the evil corporation in the Disney movie.
Can we make a pit stop,
No.
please?
Like, Portillo's is everything that Byron's isn't.
It's corporate.
Yeah, Portillo's is...
Big hot dog.
It's big hot dog, capital B, capital H, capital D. This is the first poppy seed bun that we've seen, which is a little crazy because
shocking.
allegedly that's part of the ingredient list.
Yeah, when you look up what are the things that are required for it to be a Chicago dog, you always see poppy seed bun.
First time.
Yeah, I think the flavor of this dog was a little lacking. There was really no discernible celery salt, and there also wasn't a ton of onion on this. Portillo's kind of mid hot dog.
Yeah, I think they know that.
Yeah.
You know, I will say this is probably the place I've had the most Chicago-style hot dogs from in the past. That is a big reason why we decided to hold this tournament in the first place, is we were going to see, what all was out there. And after stacking it up against other players on this list, other teams, I was worried it wasn't going to be able to hang. But I was mildly impressed. I think it
could hang.
Yeah, I think it could hang. I think
It lost the
Portillo's
game, but it could hang.
Yeah, absolutely. Not going to the next round, but I don't think it's going to be the worst dog we have on this tournament.
I don't think so either.
We gotta do our self-designed and self-motivated hot dog task, even though it's raining and foggy today.
Byron's wins.
Game 4.
It's important to note a few things. Number one, it is 1:46 p.m. on a Sunday, which basically means it's 9 in the morning on a weekday. I've had nothing to eat. I got out of bed, we went to get coffee, we got on the bus, we came here. Hot dog breakfast.
Hot dog
This is our
breakfast.
first hot dog breakfast. We're in a neighborhood that I don't know what it's called. It's closed. They're closed on Sundays like Chick-fil-A. So we're getting in an Uber to another faraway one because we are, $13.99.
That's pretty good.
I'll spend $13.99 on anything.
Jimmy's Red Hots is the kind of place you feel like they'll yell at you if you don't know what you want by the time you get to the counter. Just walking in, you can tell they take their dogs very seriously.
Do you think it's open?
Let's find out.
So we encountered the first, not issue, we're gonna solve it, but there was no seats. So we gotta steam a hot bag of hot dogs and we gotta find a place to eat it before it gets cold.
Jimmy's Red Hots was an interesting one because it was like a perfect mix of Chicago style and Maxwell style. It was more mustard heavy and it had a hot pepper kind of like Maxwell style.
It's good, but it's Polish style. It's Polish style on a hot dog instead of on a Polish sausage, which I don't think we've seen yet. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I would call it Maxwell style. I know what you mean. They definitely had the same pepper as Maxwell style, but it seemed like it was just kind of something different.
I'm not seeing any tomato or relish.
This is a little abnormal. Oh, there it is. No?
No, that's just one big pepper.
The pickle was, I think, the weirdest thing to have missing. I definitely enjoyed it, but with all the abnormalities combined with how inconvenient it was, it's gonna make it really, really hard to pick this one as the winner.
I gotta say though, this was $9.50 for everything.
First thoughts?
I actually like that a lot.
Did you get a bite of the pepper?
Yeah.
The pepper's gonna grow on you. Pepper's spicy.
Ooh, that is spicy.
Yeah.
It's hitting. Damn.
Fries?
Fries are really soft. They're all wrapped up in they got the dog juice on them.
Yeah.
They got that dog juice on them.
One more time?
They got that dog juice on them.
Devil Dogs is my house. 3 minutes away, open late, and greasy as hell. Home court advantage is putting it lightly. I've been here 100 times, but this will actually be my first dog. My go-to order is a bag of fries, 1 beef and cheese slider, and the Clucker spicy chicken sandwich.
This was a tasty and very, very classic Chicago dog. It had all the ingredients except poppy seed, which we're seeing is sort of, optional.
We
I
have
guess.
learned that it's optional.
Yeah, the fries were pretty similar to Jimmy's, which in my mind was gonna give Jimmy's sort of a leg up because their fries were really good. Yeah, very competent. It's a place we go to all the time, and it's kind of a shocker that it might squeak into round 2 because I think we sort of put this in the bracket as, I don't know, a wild card, dealer's choice maybe. But I'm happy.
Home court advantage.
Home court advantage. If it stays, I'm happy to see it stay. This is very competent, very good.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Devil Dogs is just comfortable. It's so close to my house. I've been here 100 times.
Game 4 brought to you by Gluten Cutter.
Before today, I thought there was absolutely no way this one was making it to round 2, and we kind of only added it to the list for neighborhood representation. But, I mean, here we are. Dog versus dog, Jimmy's probably wins out. But the game ain't all about offense.
Speak to him.
Hey, I'm going to speak to him. You got to rebound. Got to box out. At the end of the day, the Devils had better fundamentals.
I mean, I like him a lot.
I don't see this upset making it to round 3. But game 4 winner, Devil Dogs.
And that concludes the first half of round 1. What a journey we've seen so far. But you know what they say about brackets. The first round is always twice as long as the next. Tune in next time as the battle for sausage supremacy continues.
I think we're ready to go.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it! Basketball, gimme